Hello, welcome back today, and if you're here for the first time, so glad you've chosen to tune in. So I'm here with a couple of good stories for you, some really good feel-good stories. So we're starting off with the Duke of Sussex making an appearance via video link since confirming he would attend King Charles's coronation. Courtesy of People, the article says Prince Harry is practicing German before the Invictus Games hits Dusseldorf this fall. The Duke of Sussex addressed the crowd in German in a video message broadcast during an Invictus Games kick-off reception on Tuesday. The event was hosted by local government officials in North Rhine-Westphalia, where the competition for service personnel and veterans will run from September the 9th to the 16th. Prince Harry began in a clip speaking in German, which was shared on Twitter, which translates to "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen." And he went on to say, "First and foremost, I would like to thank Prime Minister Wust, members of Parliament, Team Germany, and all those gathered here tonight for your continued support. We are just 150 days away," he added. So here's a snippet of Prince Harry's speech. Let's listen in.
Guten Abend, meine Damen und Herren. First and foremost, I would like to thank Prime Minister Wust, members of Parliament, Team Germany, and all those gathered here tonight for your continued support. We are just 150 days away.
So preparations are underway as Prince Harry's international adaptive sports competition for injured, sick, and wounded service personnel and veterans will be held in Germany for the first time. Dusseldorf was first announced as host city for the Invictus Games in 2020, with the event initially set for 2022. However, when the pandemic delayed the 2020 Invictus Games in The Hague, the Netherlands, until 2022, plans for Dusseldorf were also bumped back. The well-being of veterans is a cause close to the heart for the Duke of Sussex, who served in the British Army for 10 years and completed 2 tours of Afghanistan. Prince Harry launched the Paralympic-style sports tournament in 2014 after attending the 2013 Warrior Games in the US. Inspired by the transformative physical, psychological, and social powers of sports for those who have served. Around 100,000 spectators are expected to attend the next competition in Dusseldorf, where 500 athletes from 20-plus countries will compete across 10 sports. The Games will be held at the newly organized Invictus Games Park under the motto, "A Home for Respect." Last year, Prince Harry and Meghan were in Europe for a series of charitable events, including the Invictus Games 1 Year to Go event in Germany, when his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth, passed away at Balmoral Castle in Scotland. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex extended their trip abroad and remained in the UK for all the events that followed, including the Queen's state funeral, before returning home to California. So Prince Harry's video message for the next Invictus Games comes 1 week after Buckingham Palace announced that he will attend the coronation of his father, King Charles, while Meghan will not. So we will get into that. So that's the first story of the day. So good to see Prince Harry there speaking German, quite impressively, by the way. So he looked happy, confident, and of course he should. Invictus Games is his brainchild, and we know how much he has supported veterans throughout the years. So it is the beloved games for him, and I know that this is a highlight for him in this year as well as for the participants, so that is something we're all looking forward to. And he did look good in his navy blue suit and that crisp shirt, appearing against a plain white background for this time with a plant off to the side to him. So that also speaks to the fact that he wants to keep the main thing. So, not wanting a very busy background, just wanting him to keep the message focused on this very noble cause, supporting and uplifting these servicemen and women as well as their families. So very exciting news. And I want to know from those of you who speak fluent German, how did he sound in that clip? So share your thoughts on that, and that's the first story. Now, the second story here is another feel-good one, and for those of you who have been avid supporters of the Sussexes throughout the years, you are going to absolutely love this. So once again, we have more from Prince Harry. The Duke of Sussex has narrated a new video promoting the work of his charity, Bali, and the work they've done to help people living with HIV and AIDS in southern Africa. As we know, the charity was co-founded by Harry and Princess of Lesotho in 2006. So the charity works with vulnerable children and young people in the southern nations of Lesotho and Botswana to ensure they have access to health services, especially HIV treatment. So in the video that was released on Bali's Instagram page, Prince Harry expounded on how he and Princess founded the charity, choosing to name it Bali, which means forget-me-not in Sesotho. And it's wonderful to know that in that video, he's talked about their mission to help vulnerable children and young people, not only to access vital health services, but also helping them to build skills to be self-sufficient and thrive. And I think that is one of the most impactful and important parts of Bali's mission, that they've moved above and beyond just simply handing out resources, but have truly made it their mission to enable those who they support to stand on their own 2 feet and to carve out their own path for their lives. So that is so admirable. And he also said that the charity had, quote, scaled up operations across southern Africa in the last few years. So that's not all. So as we are celebrating the fact that the charity's contribution has made visible changes and differences in the lives of young people and their communities in Botswana, we saw the testimonies there and the smiling faces. He also took the time to thank the donors and partners for all their support throughout the years, making real change. And as he said, big change is possible when we all come together. So even in his call to appeal for more partners who want to invest in the charity and to join in, they also had a section on their website, which, by the way, I love the format and the layout of how they publish their 2022 annual report and their accounts. And they took time to thank those who've given to the work. They wrote this and said, "Our financial year ending 31st August 2022 was a year of significant progress for Bali. We were able to rebuild many of our programs following the pandemic, ensuring children and young people have access to vital services, receive care and support, and the skills to build a sustainable foundation for the future," reading the report. So I will link in my pinned comment a link where you can go through and read through for yourselves, where they talked about what they have done. And of course, I know, guys, I'm milking this. I will get to the main part. I know I will get to the part that will have you all giddy. The charity Bali took some time to express gratitude to those who have given and took the time to thank the Sussex squad for boosting their work. So there it is right there. You can see it on the screen. You are right there listed. And they have acknowledged all the efforts that have been made by the Sussex squad supporters throughout the world to raise money in the charity's annual report. You were right there. Isn't that so fantastic? That just made so many people smile. And just to know that truly together we are so much stronger, and knowing that whether you gave, whatever you were able to give, went towards making these children's lives so much better. I think that is just so heartwarming, and it makes it so worthwhile when you know that it's going towards a good cause, right? So it's fantastic on so many levels, being helpful, supporting this organization and the good work that they are doing to help the young and vulnerable people of Lesotho and Botswana, and to know that the charity has also acknowledged that you all are so relentless in your giving and your fundraising support. It goes beyond, basically calling out the injustice online that you've seen happening against the Sussexes, which I think is what a lot of people, who have gotten involved did. A lot of people before this, I don't think were even really checking for the royal family like that. And I don't mean that to cast any aspersions on them, no shade to them. I just think people were just going on with their day-to-day. And the support for Harry and Meghan has truly grown from, posting online and calling out some of these news platforms, or even just any kind of unfair negativity that we saw against this couple. It has become transformational in the lives of these young people. And for that, I want to say thank you all who gave. Thank you for giving. Thank you for your love. And isn't it fantastic that we have used Twitter? For the people who say that social media is bad. No, come on, look. Sussex Squad has used Twitter and YouTube and TikTok to mobilize support and raise funds. Only last year we saw the post of acknowledgement from Bali on their social media saying this, quote, "A huge thank you to our amazing US friends who gave to the Sussex event campaign. You raised nearly $60,000 so we can help vulnerable children in Lesotho and Botswana access vital health services, receive care and support, and build skills to become more resilient and self-sufficient." What you've done is going towards good, and once again, hats off to all of you. Thank you so much, and I know that the children and the beneficiaries of Bali, thank you from the bottom of their hearts. Thank you for making that visible difference in the lives of those communities. So thank you for that. So that's another amazing feel-good story out of the way. And now we have one more here from People, once again, where they talk about the wedding cake baker for the Sussexes, whose name is Claire Patak, who had some very interesting revelations. She said this about the behind the scenes for her creating the confection of the Sussexes' wedding. And she said this, quote, "Meghan specifically said to me, I don't want to tell you what to do. The reason I have chosen you is because I love your baking and your work and your point of view and your ethos." End quote. So this was what Patak said to Tatler in a new interview. She replied, quote, "Oh my God, that's so cool. The best job brief ever," end quote. So she went on to look back at the Royal Wedding Commission. She said that she had whipped up 6 choices for Prince Harry and Meghan to try. And she said this, "They did the tastings and they picked the lemon and elderflower, which was my first choice as well," end quote. So as we know, the multi-tiered cake featured Amalfi lemons and elderflower syrup from Queen Elizabeth's Sandringham estate, and Patak's team spent 5 days making it in the kitchens of Buckingham Palace. So she included a recipe for the now famous pastry in her new book, Love is a Pink Cake, and even made it again for Harry and Meghan last summer when they ordered the lemon and elderflower cake once again for their daughter, Princess Lilibet's first birthday on their trip to the UK in 2022 for Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee. The birthday cake was frosted in a strawberry buttercream and decorated with pink peonies. Fans also got a glimpse of the Sussexes with the confection before it was served at Lilibet's Frogmore Cottage birthday party in the Netflix docuseries Harry and Meghan, which aired in December. So, once again, cool. She said that the fact that Meghan gave her that free reign to make that cake and told her, quote, "I don't want to tell you what to do," is just something to really think about. And when I look back on the wedding, I'm like, Meghan was going through so much. This is the behind the scenes that we've gotten to know now as we watch the documentary and all of that. I think it was fantastic that she had a lot of good people around her who she didn't have to keep, checking in on because she could not rely on them. The fact that she could just tell her, make the cake, and she trusted that when they tasted it, it would be right for the occasion, is just fantastic. And we all know from that time on, a lot of people truly got on that trend. So it's cool to see that she was able to be laid back even in all the proceedings and the run-up to her wedding. So that was a cool tidbit there from Claire Patak. So for those of you who want to get her book as well or support her, that would be fantastic. So there's one more story here. This is just an update on the coronation as well. And as we've all learned that Prince Harry would attend King Charles's coronation without Meghan, it has laid bare the complex feelings between the couple and the royal family. So we have a story here from people who we know the Sussexes have a good rapport and relationship with this platform. And a close friend told People this, quote, "At this point, it has become so personal." He said this concerning Meghan staying back, and went on to say, quote, "Maybe what they wanted wasn't achieved, but at the end of the day, he is going there to support his dad," end quote. So we did discuss this in my last upload where we were talking about the strategic decision for Harry to go and support his dad on, his big day, becoming king and being crowned. And as we know, a lot of feelings were being expressed on Harry going, some supporting him, some criticizing him. And in that video, delving into the various reasons why Prince Harry felt it was to go and why it was a strategic move for him to go. And we took a poll on that video as the premiere was going on, wanting to get a feel of what people thought. Where well over 50% of you voted in favor of Harry going, while less than 20 voted against. So thank you for those who tuned in and voted and shared your comments and perspectives on whether Harry should go. I really did appreciate that as well. So once again, if you want to go and watch that video, click the link in the card and in the end screens, and I will see you there. So those are a couple of stories for you here. I want to know your thoughts on these updates in the comment section below. Now, as always, before we log off, a special thank you to those who support this channel financially. To my Patreon, PayPal, and membership supporters, I would like to give a heartfelt thank you. And I'd like to shout out a couple of you here by name. A special thank you right now to Patricia Benjamin. Thank you so much for your support for my work. I absolutely value you and thank God for you every day. Thank you for your warmth and your love. I want to say thank you. Thank you as well to Henrietta Palmer. Thank you. I appreciate you and I love you. Thank you for your generosity. You are truly so kind and giving. Thank you to Bernadine Robinson as well. I appreciate you for your kindness and your support and for all the ways that you have chosen to engage on this channel. Thank you, Bernadine. And Nutty Doctor as well. Thank you. You are so open-hearted and giving. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all the ways that you support this channel. And now a special thank you to those who gave through Super Thanks. A special thank you to Black Queen, who's been such a tremendous support for this channel. You are so kind. Thank you, Black Queen. Thank you to Jerome Walters as well. I appreciate your support. You are very generous. God bless you. And a special thank you to Zelma Hamilton. God bless you for your support for my work here on YouTube. I appreciate you so much. And now a special thank you to IO, who gave during the last live. Thank you for your super sticker. Thank you for giving and also sharing your thoughts on Harry's decision to go for the coronation during the premiere. Thank you for your support for this channel, IO. I do appreciate that. And once again, thank you to all who support this channel financially. I appreciate your love and support. And thank you to those who like, comment, and share. It truly does help out the video. And if you liked this one, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, click that subscribe button, let YouTube know you enjoyed what you watched. It truly does help out the channel. Have a great day and leave your comments on all this below, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a blessed one.